Okay, I don't know what's with the lag, but what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new live stream. Week 1 of the NFL season is in the books. We've had some really fun, entertaining games. We've had some pretty disappointing games as well, but overall, I thought it was good. Thought it was very strong first week to the season, very strong start. But we're getting it into, the games here. Just don't know what's going on with the lag, but get my screen shared. And then we'll go over the games for week 1, and we'll do our week 2 predictions, and then that'll pretty much be it. Yep, take sweet ass time. Okay, let's start off with the first game. Okay, so the defending champs, Philadelphia Eagles, take down the Cowboys 24-20. It's a very weird game because Eagles special teams player got hurt, which is unfortunate. And then Dak spat on the ground. He wasn't spitting at anybody. He just spat on the ground. But then Jalen Hurts took offense to that. And Jalen Hurts then spat on Dak, which is disgusting. So he got ejected, rightfully so. And he actually got fined today. But he will not be suspended. But yeah, that kind of just threw everything off for the Eagles, but they're still able to, win this game, and a lot closer than I expected. Dak was 21-34 with his passes. Did not have a touchdown pass, unfortunately. Javonte Williams, 15 carries for 54 rushing yards. 53 rushing yards for Miles Sanders, former Eagle. He had 2 rushing touchdowns for Javonte Williams. CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches for 110 yards. He had 4 drops. You heard that right, 4. Rough game for him, man. You got to be better than that. George Pickens didn't really do much. 3 catches for 30 yards. And Miles Sanders fumbled the ball. It was a lost fumble. And the Cowboys defense could not stop a nosebleed. He had a sack from Marshawn Kneeland. That was pretty much it. Osa and Kneeland both had a hit. Pretty much it. Their defense just does not look good. But Eagles, Jalen Hurts, 19 of 23, 150 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 14 carries, 62 yards. Saquon, 18 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown. And Eagles receiving yards. Jahan Dotson led them in receiving yards. A.J. Brown, he was invisible in this game. Only 1 catch for 8 yards and only 1 target. He's supposed to be the top receiver. I don't know about that, man. And then looks like they didn't have any sacks, which is a good sign for the Cowboys. 1 tackle for loss for Zach Bond, 1 tackle for loss for Jordan Davis, and multiple pass deflections. Jahad Campbell had a strong game. Yeah. The Eagles start the season off strong, so good for them. But yeah, Cowboys could have used a guy like Micah Parsons. I'll just say that. Moving on to the Friday night game, which was in Brazil. Here we go. Okay, Chargers beat the Chiefs in Brazil. You know, I'm just going to use Google. This is taking way too long. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Chargers beat the Chiefs. Mahomes, actually pretty good. 24-39, 258 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. He also had a rushing touchdown. 25 rushing yards for Pacheco. Xavier Worthy got hit in the shoulder by Travis Kelce, so he's going to be out for some time. That Chiefs receiving room is looking pretty cooked right now. and their defense looked slow as fuck. Like their defense looked horrible. Hollywood Brown led you in yards, 10 catches for 99 yards, 5 catches for 55 for Juju. Kelsey only had 2 catches, 47 yards. He did have a touchdown, though. Tyquan Thornton, who couldn't even cut it on the Patriots, 2 catches for 41 yards. And then, the defense was not good. And the Chargers, Quentin Johnston beating out the bust allegations. Justin Herbert, 25 of 34, 318 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Amarian Hampton, the rookie running back from North Carolina, 15 carries for 48 yards. Quentin Johnston, 5 catches for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. You had McConkey, 6 catches for 74 yards. And then Keenan Allen, his first game back with the Chargers, 7 catches for 68 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Conklin, solid game. A pretty good game for the Chargers. They might be better than, people think. Great win for the Chargers. Chiefs, Super Bowl hangover is here. I love to see it. On to the next game. And oh boy, this was by far the worst game of the day. By far. So the Miami Dolphins get blown out by Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts. 33-8. This was horrible. By far the worst game of the day, or worst game of the week. Tua was horrendously bad. 14 of 23, 114 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and they were awful. Like, they were horrendously bad. And one of those, the first one, he had a clean pocket. And why? Who the frick are you throwing to? A-Chain led them in rushing yards. And then Tyreek Hill was pretty frustrated on the sideline. He's getting traded by the deadline. Dolphins need to, implode and blow it up because holy moly, they're a lot worse than people think they are. 4 catches for 40 yards, 0 touchdowns. Waddle, 4 catches for 30 yards. A-Chain's the one with the touchdown. But their offensive line is brutal, and my goodness, their defense is brutal. Their secondary is awful. Rough game. Colts, Daniel Jones had a great game, 22 of 29. 272 yards and a touchdown, 71 rushing yards for Jonathan Taylor. Daniel Jones had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Oh, boy. Michael Pittman, 6 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Warren had a good game, 7 catches for 76 yards. He's going to be a very good tight end. Then their defense was very good. Colts win their first season opener since 2013, I believe. That game was horrible. Aaron Rodgers returns to MetLife Stadium and gets revenge against his former team. 244 yards, 4 touchdowns. Holy moly. A-Rod ain't done yet. Jalen Warren, 37 rushing yards. DK Metcalf had no touchdowns, but he led them in receiving yards. Calvin Austin, Jalen Warren, Ben Skornick, Johnny Smith. So 4 different receivers had a touchdown. And the defense was not great. Gave up 30 plus to the Jets, but it's only week 1. Justin Fields, he looked pretty solid. I don't think he's going to play like this every game, but it was solid. 218 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. Breece Hall with 107 yards. Justin Fields with 48 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 7 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. And then their defense, again, gave up 30 points. But yeah, pretty entertaining game. But Aaron Rodgers wins his first game as a Steeler. On to the next one. Let's see. Oh boy. The Washington Commanders blow up New York Giants, excuse me. Man, this game was bad. 6-21. Russell Wilson looked absolutely washed. Jackson Dart might start sooner rather than later. Hate to say it because I like Russ. But threw the ball 37 times. 17 of 37, 168, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. He did not look very good. Then 44 rushing yards. Malik Neighbors, 5 catches for 71 yards. But yeah. And their defense, pretty disappointing. But yeah. Commanders, JD, 233 yards, 1 touchdown, 68 rushing yards. Whoever this is got a touchdown, and Debo got a touchdown as well. But he actually led them in receiving yards. Zach Ertz is the one who caught the touchdown. Yeah, their defense still pretty old, but they get the win here. But rough game for the Giants. Oh, I skipped over 2 games on accident. Okay, Jaguars beat the Panthers 26-10. Trevor Lawrence, 178 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Jaguars just traded Tank Bigsby to the Eagles for whatever reason. But Travis Etienne, 16 carries, 143 rushing yards. Brian Thomas had a rushing touchdown. Brenton Strange led the team in yards, 59 yards for him. Travis Hunter versus Tedrar McMillan. 6 catches for 33 yards. But yeah, easy win for the Jaguars. Rough game for Bryce, 18 completions, 154 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Chuba Hubbard, 16 carries for 57 yards. McMillan, 5 catches for 68 yards. Chuba Hubbard had a receiving touchdown. But yeah, this is a rough game. And then their defense is still bad. Holy moly. Like, they cannot stop a nosebleed. Maybe it'll get better as the season goes on, but yeah. Yeah, I think it's possible after this season the Panthers call it quits with Bryce Young. Hate to say it. But yeah, Cardinals beat the Saints. Kyler Murray, 163, 2 touchdowns. Trey Brenson, 8 carries for 69 yards. Marvin Harrison, 5 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. Their defense is pretty good. Will Johnson had some solid moments. But yeah, Saints, I still think are going to be the worst team. I still think they're going to end up with the first pick. Spencer Rattler, he almost threw the ball 50 times, really. 214 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. 11 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown for Alvin Kamara. 8 catches for 76 yards for Juwan Johnson. Chris Olave got injured again. What else is new? Then the defense, just old, just not that good. But yeah, good one for the Cardinals. Okay, we got the Bucks Falcons. Very good game. Falcons started off strong with a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Defense did not look good though. But yeah, very entertaining. Came down to a missed field goal by the Falcons kicker. But Baker kind of struggled a little bit, but he got it together. 3 touchdowns, 39 rushing yards, 37 rushing yards for Bucky Irving. Agbuka had a really good game. 4 catches for 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, really good game out of him. And for the Falcons, Michael Penix, 298 yards and a touchdown. He's pretty solid. And 12 carries for 24 yards for Bijan. He had 100 receiving yards and, like I said, that touchdown earlier. But yeah, their defense still doesn't look very good. I think James Pierce and Jalen Walker will be good eventually. But yeah, very good game. And the Bengals finally win in week 1. About damn time. Finally beat the Browns in week 1. Holy crap. Not what I clicked on. Yeah, here it is. Bengals hang on against the Browns. Burrow, kind of disappointing. Expected a little bit more out of him. Only one touchdown. It's not even to T. Higgins or Jamar Chase. But Chase Brown, 43 yards and a rushing touchdown. Noah Fant, the new tight end for the Bengals, 4 catches for 26 yards and a touchdown. Chase only had 2 catches for 26 yards. And then their defense wasn't that bad. Where is he? I don't know why Shamar Stewart isn't showing up here, but I heard he had a solid game. And Demetrius Knight, 8 tackles. Jordan Battle had an interception. And then DJ Turner had an interception. But yeah, if Bengals defense can, be good enough to close out games, then Bengals should make the playoffs. Joe Flacco almost threw the ball 50 times. Touchdown, 2 interceptions. Dylan Sampson led them in rushing yards. Jerry Jeudy, 5 catches for 66 yards. Cedric Tillman had the touchdown. What the fuck? Okay. And then Myles Garrett had a great game. 5 tackles, 2 sacks. He was playing phenomenal. But yeah, bang, and they win this game. So good for the Bengals. And oh boy, by far for me, the most disappointing game of the day. Patriots lose to the Raiders. And hate to say it, don't want to be that guy, but I have to be that guy. The Pats still suck. They do. I'm sorry, but it's just facts. Drake May, oh boy. He almost threw the ball 50 times, 30 of 46, 287 yards, a touchdown, and a horrendous interception. Man, really disappointing. I gotta stop getting my hopes up for this team because it always comes back. It always backfires in my face. He should not be throwing the ball 50 times. Like, that's ridiculous. Second half, his accuracy was way off. Like, it was horrible. Like, he was overthrowing his receivers left and right. Like, you're just trying to do way too much, and it just was not good. The run game, I don't know why you didn't run the ball more. Ramondre Stevenson needs to get traded at the deadline. It's time to move on. He's just not good enough. I'm sorry. Just way too inconsistent. He's just mid. Like, he's just a mid running back. 7 carries for 15 yards. Trayvon Henderson, I don't know why they didn't use him more. He had a strong preseason, strong game. Only 5 carries for 27 yards. I don't know why he didn't use him. Drake May caught his own pass because the O-line was so bad. Receiving game, oh boy. Kayshon Boutte, really the only positive thing out of the offense, really. Six catches, 103 yards. Henry was okay. Diggs looks washed. Holy moly. Really disappointing. Six catches for 57 yards. Henderson caught some passes. Kyle Williams, third round pick, one catch for 12 yards. And Douglas had the only touchdown of the day. The offensive line is still sucks. Like, it is still bad. Will Campbell was not good in this game. Like, holy moly. 53 passing snaps, 2 sacks allowed, 2 pressures allowed, and 2 penalties. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, boy. And then the defense was not that good either. The safety room is horrible. Yeah, maybe you don't cut Jabril Peppers. Maybe that's not a good idea. Jalen Hawkins had an interception. And then Harold Landry, really the only bright side on the defense, 2.5 sacks on the day. Milton Williams got some pressures in there. But, man, this secondary is horrible. And then Borgalis missed a field goal. Just give him time to develop. But, man, and I don't want to hear excuses. Oh, Gonzalez didn't play. Doesn't matter, okay? Because Gonzalez does not change the fact that the offensive line still sucks. Like, it is horrendously bad. Yeah, like I don't know why people think that the Pats are going to make the playoffs. It makes no sense. Like, I cannot believe people don't see how stupid this is. Like, sorry, but Pats ain't making the playoffs. Sorry, it's not happening. They made Geno look like Lamar Jackson out there. 362 yards, touchdown and a pick. Genty, 19 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. Brock Bowers killed us, man. Like, he looked like prime Gronk out there. 5 catches, 103 yards. He did suffer an ankle injury, but I think he'll be fine. Jacoby Myers gets a revenge game here. 8 catches, 97 yards. Trey Tucker with a touchdown. Dante Thornton looks solid. Jack Besh had some solid moments. Their defense is pretty solid. But, yeah. Yeah, good one for the Raiders, and the Pats are still ass. Very disappointed. Okay, on to the 49ers versus the Seahawks. Okay, very entertaining game, I guess you could say. Seahawks defense looked pretty good. Brock Purdy had some pretty bad throws. 2 interceptions, but 2 touchdowns. That game-winning touchdown was almost an interception. So the Seahawks kind of got unlucky there. McCaffrey, is he back? 22 carries, pretty much 70 yards. George Kittle had a touchdown. Unfortunately, he's injured. Expected to miss several weeks, which is not good. But yeah, Niners already getting hit with the injury bug. Nick Bosa looks solid out there. And then Seahawks, Sam Darnold, 16 of 23, 150 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Charbonnet led them in rushing yards. JSN, 9 catches for 124. Cooper Kupp, only 2 catches for 15 yards. And then the defense played pretty well. A sack from Julian Love. Yeah, their defense looked pretty good. But yeah, just unlucky for the Seahawks. We got Titans versus the Broncos. Cam Ward, the first overall pick, 12 of 28, 112 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, nothing but field goals for the Titans. And Cam Ward is really good. It stinks that his team sucks. Like, it really does. Pollard, 18 carries for 60 yards. He also had 29 receiving yards. Ridley was awful. Like, he kept dropping the ball. And the defense was all right. They picked off Bo Nix twice. But yeah, rough game for the Titans. Broncos defense is really good though. Bo Nix, 25 of 40, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. RJ Harvey, 6 carries for 70 yards. J.K. Dobbins, former Charger, 16 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown. Sutton, 6 catches for 61 yards. They need another receiver. But the defense, really good. A sack for Nick Bonito. Had a breakout year last year. It's going to continue to get better. Nick Bonito is really good. Yeah, that Broncos defense is really good. And, oh boy, Lions-Packers. Lions Super Bowl window might be closed. Jordan Love, 16 of 22, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs with a rushing touchdown. Matthew Golden, only 2 catches for 16 yards. Romeo Doubs led the team in receiving yards. Tucker Kraft had a touchdown. But big storyline, if I can find it. Micah Parsons makes his debut. He had a sack on Jared Goff. So Packers look pretty good. Goff struggled, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Montgomery led the team in rushing yards, 25 rushing yards. Sam Laporta, 6 catches for 79 yards. It was the rookie Isaac Tesla with the touchdown. Then Brian Branch, 4 tackles, 1 assist. Defense was all right. It was Hutchinson's first game back. Yeah, rough game for the Lions. And then, oh my gosh, this might be the second game of the week because this is a defensive game and like both teams struggled to score. C.J. Stroud, 188, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Nick Chubb, who I keep forgetting is on the Texans, 13 carries for 60 yards. Jaden Higgins, 2 catches for 32 yards. Yeah, they need some receiver help. Holy moly. The defense was good. The defense was strong. But the offensive line is horrible. It's not as bad as the Pats O-line, but it's pretty bad. Stafford, 21 of 29, 245 yards, 1 touchdown. Kyren Williams had a rushing touchdown. Puka got hit. He was bleeding, but I think he'll be okay. 10 catches for 130. And then Adams made his debut, had a solid game. The defense was pretty good. So, very weird game. Both teams struggled to score. By far, game of the week. The Ravens pulled a Celtics choke job. Lamar Jackson pulled a Jason Tatum. Oh, boy. The Ravens had this game in the bag. They were up 40-25. And then Josh Allen turns into freaking Superman and wins it for the Bills or puts them in a position. Then their kicker wins it. Lamar, 14 of 19, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, 70 rushing yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry looked great. 18 carries, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he fumbled. And that really cost the Ravens the game. Zay Flowers, 7 catches for 143 yards and a touchdown. D-Hop had a one-handed catch, two catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. And then the defense just choked at the end, just letting the Bills go all the way down the field like that. It was ridiculous. But yeah, this game could determine who the one seed is in the AFC and who gets to host the AFC Championship. Josh Allen, 33 of 46, 394 yards, two touchdowns. He played amazing. 14 carries for 30 yards, two rushing touchdowns. James Cook, 44 yards. Keon Coleman had a really good game, 8 catches for 112 yards and a touchdown. And then their defense at the beginning was not good. They looked really bad. So that's obviously a concern. But huge comeback win for the Bills. And then to end off the week, we have another comeback one. Vikings come back to beat the Bears. Bears classic choke job. Now, J.J. McCarthy, to start off this game, he did not look good. He was struggling to throw. Even threw a pick six. So social media was freaking out, saying like, oh, can't believe they passed on Aaron Rodgers. Can't believe they didn't bring back Sam Darnold. And everyone's freaking out. Second half, he goes nuclear. 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, one to Jefferson, one to Aaron Jones. And he got a rushing touchdown. Boy, he had a great turnaround. Like, I was really impressed. Great win for the Vikings. Jordan Mason, 15 carries for 68 yards. Jefferson was quiet in the first half, turned it around in the second half. 4 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Same for Aaron Jones. Adam Thielen really didn't do much. Hawkinson was pretty quiet. And the defense kind of struggled a bit, but great comeback for the Vikings. The Bears, Caleb had some strong moments, but he had some pretty bad moments as well. So then he had 6 carries, 58 yards, a rushing touchdown. He made some good decisions. Then he made some not so good decisions, like that hospital ball to DJ Moore, which prayers up to him. I hope he's all right. Yeah, Cole Kmet. Roma Dunze had an all right game. And yeah, just frustrating game if you're a Bears fan. The defense was solid. But yeah, that'll end off week 1 for now. What up, Tristan? Yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be for most of the season. Yeah, Packers are legit. But we'll get into the week 2 picks. Okay. All right. On to week 2 picks. We'll start with Thursday night football. The Packers host the Commanders. I'm going to pick the Packers to win this game. I just think that defense is going to give Jaden Daniels a lot of problems. So I am going to go with the Packers, probably, we'll say 27-20. Score prediction. But I think Micah is going to pressure Jaden Daniels like a lot. But next we got we have a double header on Monday night again, which I just do not like. This game's kind of rough for me to pick. Because obviously, can the Cowboys still beat the Giants without Micah? But the Giants did not look good against the Commanders, and the Commanders' defense is old. And Russell Wilson looked washed, and he's expected to remain the starter for this week. So, and it's at Dallas's home, so I think it could be close, but I'm gonna pick the Cowboys because the Giants did not look good. Sorry. But maybe the Giants bounce back and win, but I'm not confident in it. Yeah. Giants did not look good. Okay, and then 49ers, who could be without Brock Purdy. I still think they should be able to beat the Saints because I still think the Saints are the worst team in football. Probably like a 21-14 game kind of a thing. Then we got Bears, Lions. I think Lions bounce back and beat the Bears. Could be like a 27-24 kind of game. Then Cardinals, I think they get revenge on the Panthers last year for knocking them out of the playoffs. Panthers defense is not good. It's probably like 31-17, something like that. All right, and then Rams should beat the Titans. Not necessarily with ease, but it's like 27 to like 15 or something. I don't know. Titans offense just isn't good enough. Steelers, Seahawks. I think the Steelers will win. It's a home opener for them. I think it'll be close though. But it should be an interesting game. Oh boy. Super Bowl rematch. Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. I do not care. Say like 34 to like 14. Then we go the Bengals and the Jaguars. I think the Bengals can handle the Jaguars. We'll say like 23-20. I think it'll be close because I don't think either defense is that good. But I think Bengals should be good enough to win that one. Travis Hunter versus Jamar Chase. That should be fun. All right. Ravens should bounce back. If they lose the Browns, dude, then especially at home, then there's going to be some serious issues. But I think I don't know if they'll score 40 because of Myles Garrett, but somewhere around there. Then Broncos, Colts. I think Broncos defense should be enough to get it done. Say like 28 to 17, I guess. And then Bills should destroy the Jets, belt to ass. Probably like 31-14, something like that. All right, then Patriots, Dolphins. I got Dolphins winning. They always whoop the Patriots at their home. Say like 27-14. Patriots offense just isn't good at all. All right, and then we got a doubleheader on Monday night. I think Chargers beat the Raiders. Probably like 27-17. I don't know. Then Texans Bucks. This is kind of hard for me to do because Texans defense is really good, but their offensive line is ass, and I don't think the Bucks defense is that good. But they have explosive offense. So I'm going to take the Bucks in a low-scoring game, 20-17. But yeah, those are. Oh wait, I completely forgot about Sunday Night Football. Vikings host the Falcons. I am going to pick the Vikings. Start off 2-0. Say 33-20, something around there. But Falcons defense isn't good. Vikings defense is good, and they got an explosive offense. So Vikings go 2-0. And then this is what the conference standings would, look like. But yeah, those are my week 2 picks. What's good? Yeah, it's good, Finn. I don't know if that's actually him or not. But come on, Patriots can win this game. They never win at Miami. They have not won at Miami in 6 years. And I'm pretty sure 2 is 8-0 against the Pats. I'm pretty sure. And the Patriots offense is just ass. I'm sorry. I have no idea if Gonzo's going to be back either, and I don't think it matters much because, he can't do anything about the offensive line. But yeah, those are my picks for this week. Then we had some NFL news that I will get into before we round off. I had to do it earlier because Noah's doing network tonight. I don't know what time. I meant to do this last night, but I was way too tired. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it today. Let's go to the NFL page because we have a trade and we have a signing as well. Um, hey, what's up, Dragonfire? Yeah, Buccaneers winning. Yeah, okay. I don't feel confident in that pick. But yeah, I'm going Eagles. Eagles all the way. Okay. These Steelers are signing former Patriots safety Jabril Peppers. Yeah, this is an absolute steal for the Steelers. That secondary looks dangerous because you got Jabril Peppers, Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, Joey Porter. Like, holy moly. Like, that secondary is loaded. Like, Steelers fans, you're going to love him. You're going to love him. I still cannot believe that Pats were dumb enough to let him go. So stupid. Makes no sense. Okay, then after a rough game for Jake Moody, the Niners are releasing him. And then this is unfortunate. George Kittle has been placed on IR, so he's going to be out for at least 4 weeks, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, Niners just can't catch a break, which is unfortunate. Um, Injuries suck. And the Niners are going to replace Jake Moody with former Panthers kicker Eddie Pinerio. I don't even know if I said that right. But yeah, he was a pretty solid kicker for the Panthers. Um, you know, but yeah, he's actually a pretty solid kicker. So it's a good pickup for them. Um, and then I couldn't find it, but Tank Bigsby got traded the other day, which kind of confused me. Where's that damn post? There it is. Eagles are trading for Tank Bigsby. I don't know why the Jaguars did this. It kind of doesn't make any sense, but Jaguars are getting a 5th and a 6th round pick out of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the Jaguars went ahead and made that trade. It doesn't really make sense to me. Um, hey, what's up, Ben? Um, yeah, there's 2 different fins here. Unless if you just change his profile pic, I don't know. Favorite Cobra Kai editor? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if you mean in general or if on YouTube or IG. I don't know what you mean. What's up, Ben? My favorite Cobra Kai editor. Say on here, it would probably be forgot the guy's name. Trying to think here because there's a lot of Cobra Kai editors. There's a lot of good ones. Man, probably that El Serpiente guy on YouTube and IG. Just really good quality edits. Cobra Kai student. Is he on YouTube or is he on IG or both? I never heard of him. Will Shipley is hurt for Philly, so it makes sense now for the Eagles to make that trade. But yeah, I think it makes sense for the Eagles. I was just saying, I don't think it makes sense for the Jaguars to make that trade, but on Instagram, probably that Nichols List guy, probably. But yeah, there's a lot of good Cobra Kai editors. But I'll do it for this stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys tonight on the network. So I will see you then. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.